So one very common type of question that you get in PE or sport exam papers from all different levels are to do with the joints, the bones and the muscles. Now this question here, obviously we do have it's a simple one marker, but they can range all the way up to the movement analysis questions where you actually need to talk about how different muscles move different bones in different planes and axes to create different movements with different lever systems, and you have to be able to put it all into one description or analysis of a movement. Now this one here is just asking about one joint and one muscle. Now key thing is to first of all look at the joint and be very mindful of what type of joint that is. Now the shoulder is a ball and socket. So with the ball and socket we've got lots of different types of movement. We've got flexion, extension, rotation, abduction, adduction, all sorts going on, which means there's also all sorts of muscles that could create movement at this joint. So be careful that you don't just see the first muscle that might be near to the shoulder or might act on the shoulder. Make sure you read all of the answers first to make sure that you are definitely answering the question as you need to. Now with this one we are fortunate that the 4 different answers, only one of them is located at the shoulder, which is the deltoid, but we could get the 3 different types of deltoid where we have the anterior, posterior and then the medial. So we have the 3 different deltoids which all create 3 different types of movement. So this question could quite easily have said which deltoid or which muscle causes abduction at the shoulder. So just the wording of the question can actually cause a very different response to be required. So this answer, yes, it's A, the deltoid, yes, it's found at the shoulder joint, but if it were asking about abduction at the shoulder, then we would be looking for medial deltoid. If we were talking about horizontal flexion, then we would want the anterior, because that part of the deltoid is located at the front of our body. If we wanted horizontal extension, then it would be our posterior deltoid that would be causing that action. Gastrocnemius is obviously located in our lower leg and it's involved with the plantar flexion of our foot down into the ground, so that's ankle mobility or ankle plantar flexion. Our gluteals we know are located around our hips toward the back of us, so our posterior, our bum muscles, which is involved with getting the femur from a flexed position into a straightened position, so that's hip extension. And then we have our tibialis anterior, which is the muscle sort of working opposite, or the pair to the gastrocnemius. It works on the front of our lower leg, so think anterior, meaning front, and tibialis, think the tibia. So on the front of the tibia, we have the tibialis anterior, and that's lifting our toes up to the sky. It's causing dorsiflexion in our ankle. So quite a simple question, but just be wary that think of the joint type first. Are there lots of different movements that are possible there? Therefore, do you have to be careful about which muscle you need to be giving your answer for? But that's that. Hope you found it a little bit useful, and I'll see you again in the next one of these. Bye for now.